Welcome back to ZZPerformance. Today we got Al's 98 Buick Riviera on the dyno, and we pick up 50 wheel horsepower with the flip of a switch, and it's not nitrous. So on the better half of 10 years ago or so, we built this engine and transmission for Al here at our service department. It's an XP cam, standard rebuild deal with transmission and a couple hard parts. It is a perfect example of our road to 300 horsepower if you haven't seen that already. Link in the description below. Al seen our road to 300 horsepower and he said, hey man, I got all those mods, why doesn't my car make 300 horsepower? Years ago when Al was here, this car made 275 horsepower. And we got the new dyno here, wanted to get it back on the rollers, just see where it was at, make sure everything was good for Al, since we haven't seen the car in a long time. First thing I noticed was the intercooler pump wasn't working, and we had some various vacuum leaks that needed addressed. Very common issues for a modded 3800, and it's one of those things that we run into a lot here at ZZPerformance, is you got a lot of mods, the car is not as stock as it used to be, and it can be hard to work out all the details. So that's where we like to come in and help you guys out and ultimately produce an OEM plus how GM should have built it overall end result. So we dug into the intercooler pump, ended up redoing all the lines, rerouted some stuff more effectively, made everything make sense as far as the intercooler goes, upgraded the hose. It's got our old school short stack intercooler on it and a small heat exchanger in the front bumper, flow jet pump, but it seems to be doing the job. From there, just cleaned up some vacuum lines, looked the car over. I did some street pulls on it and it felt strong, so we threw it on here. Again, first rip out, we made 276 horsepower. So we were up 1 horsepower from where Al was 10 years ago. Good to know our dyno's consistent with where we were at on the old dyno. So with everything being basically the same and making the same power, I looked in the tune. We were pretty optimized in the tune. It's like, we need to change something here. I said, Mike, let's let the car cool down. We'll go ahead and air up the tires. Al has a cutout on the car. I said, let's try and open the cutout. It's on the downpipe right after the cap before the 2-bolt flange. I said, let's open that up, see if we can get closer to that 300 wheel horsepower mark. That'll let me see, if boost changes, just kind of give us more idea what the car wants. We went ahead and opened that cutout. First rip, made 325 wheel horsepower with no changes, besides the tires aired up and the cutout open. So clearly an exhaust restriction somewhere on this car. It's got North Star throttle body up top, ZZP header package, the Gen 5 supercharger, sorry if I forgot to mention that. It's got a lot of airflow optimized mods for an M90 setup, but looking at the exhaust, it looks good too. It's all 3-inch, back to 2.5-inch wide pipe. Some straight through glass packs and Flowmasters, like kind of a weird deal that we lost that much horsepower. We've yet to further investigate it because obviously we know we need to look into that exhaust for Al. I'm worried there's a custom Y pipe. I'm worried they cheated some of the pipe at the Y pipe and something's going on there. Either way, we're gonna have to look at the exhaust, but open the cutout, 325 wheel horsepower. It's a good running car. So we overall got the car back, updated a few small things for Al, beat his goal by 25 wheel horsepower. We're gonna get it back to him. What the cool thing is too is Al really likes to show this car, so I'm gonna recommend some of our newer dress-up mods for him. Get the billet bypass valve on the car, get the aluminum vac tree, maybe a dress-up kit. We got some cool updates for Al, and we're really happy to be working with him again and seeing this car around the shop, and overall just getting it back to where it needs to be. So stay tuned, take a look at some dyno pulls, maybe do some street hits, dial in the shift points. Good, strong car. Can't wait to get it back to Al. Let us know in the comments what you think about Al's road to 300 horsepower. I'm thinking next thing up is some brakes for sure, because this big old girl, it's hard getting stopped. So maybe we sneak an F-body kit underneath those 16s. Anyways, thanks guys. As always, bo.c@ZZPerformance. Shoot me an email if you got a 98 Riviera or any 3800 you need tuned or worked on. And until next time, take it easy.